So welcome back to another video here in Pennsylvania, and it's time to do another section of the Horseshoe Trail. I believe it's our 13th video on the Horseshoe Trail, and there'll be many more. I know recently we just completed the Blue Marsh Lake Trail, I think several weeks ago. That was just a 30-mile trail. The Horseshoe Trail is over 100, maybe about 140 miles. We are here in French Creek State Park today, right up here by Scotts Run Lake. Let me show you here. Yeah, so this is Scotts Run Lake here in French Creek State Park. Beautiful location. Beautiful day too here at the park. It's gonna be almost 54 degrees today, which is quite unusual for January. Today's January 30th. Lake extends all the way up that way. Beautiful spot. But as always, let me show you the map, show you what the plan is for today. We'll be within French Creek State Park for the whole hike today, which will be about a 5-mile hike, I believe. 5.5 maybe. Alright, so here's our colorful map of the Horseshoe Trail. This is just a section of the Horseshoe Trail that goes through parts of Chester and Berks County. I do have the other not so colorful maps here. I also have a map of French Creek State Park. But yeah, the last section we did, we parked here and went up into Hopewell Furnace National Historic Site. Came all the way out to here somewhere. But now I'm parked up here, Scotts Run Lake. I do need to make my way down here. We're going to take a trail and make our way down there. And then we're going to do this whole little loop right here. A 5-mile loop back to Scotts Run Lake. Yeah, so the Horseshoe Trail actually comes down from up that way across here. We're going to take a trail that goes that way, and then we're going to do that huge loop through the park and come back. That's the idea, or at least the plan for today. Alright, so off we go. There's just behind us then is the lake. There's the dam going up there. Alright, so if all goes well, we'll be coming back along the dam breast, I think. I think the Horseshoe Trail goes across there. But we need to go this way. Or actually, I think the Horseshoe Trail, I think that's the Horseshoe Trail right there, actually. I see a yellow blaze. Yeah, I see it. It says Horseshoe Trail right there. But that's where we'll be coming back that way then, I guess. We need to get to the other end of it here in the park. And I believe this is the trail we need to take, but although that's an orange, yellow, I guess that's the Horseshoe Trail going up that way. Double check my map again. Yeah, so we're good. I just wanted to quick double check the map. Actually, in the next video, we'll be heading that way. The Horseshoe Trail actually bends up that way. So it's heading up out of the park. Alright, but like that, we need to go this way. I don't know if this trail has a name or not. I'm pretty sure this is not an official trail here in the park that I'm following. I think the trail I was planning on taking to get to where I'm going to start in Horseshoe Trail was just up that way somewhere, but this works fine too. I almost like it better walking along the creek here. It takes us to the same spot, so why not? Kind of a beautiful start to our hike. We haven't even started on the Horseshoe Trail yet. And then there's this. It's like a little pulpit. Some little rocks to sit on for your little tiny congregation. I just don't see a trail coming down to it anywhere, so it's interesting. Guess give it a little, there's a little cross on there, so it is a pulpit. I guess give it a little tiny little church service here. It's interesting. We should be coming up to a road here soon that will take us to where our section of the Horseshoe Trail will start. So up here is indeed the road. So we need to head this way then. This is not the Horseshoe Trail yet.
we'll hook up with it just a little ways up that way. And our official Horseshoe Trail hike will begin. And here we go. I see a sign for the Horseshoe Trail. And this is where we left off in our last video. We had to come from that way. Of course, that way takes you back to Hopewell Furnace National Historic Site. So we're gonna begin this section, head this way. So I have been on sections of the Horseshoe Trail throughout French Creek State Park, but I've never done the whole trail like as a loop in the park. And as it goes through the park, it joins up with other trails. Like in our last video, it was also part of the Lenape Trail. I think somewhere up here is part of the Turtle Trail. So we'll see the yellow blazes mixed with other colors as well sometimes. Soon gonna have to lose a layer already. Take off this hoodie. It's warming up. We barely started. Here we have the junction with a blue blazed trail. I believe this is the Boone Trail. I think that's what the blue blazed trail is, yeah. The Boone Trail, it says on there. Yeah, as I mentioned in a previous video, the Boone Trail is a nice trail to hike. It kind of does a loop throughout the whole park too. I did that several years ago. If you're looking for a decent length hike, day hike, and you're local to the area. So here we'll have a yellow and a blue blaze trail. Yellow for the Horseshoe, blue for the Boone Trail. And then up here they split off once again. Boone Trail heads off to the right, but we'll head off to the left here, keep following the Horseshoe. That is a pileated woodpecker. They are the largest woodpecker found in Pennsylvania. Imagine a bird the size of a large chicken flying from tree to tree. A little bit more streamlined than a chicken, but they're quite colorful too. And they're closely related to the ivory-billed woodpecker, which is considered extinct. But some people still think they're around. I think it'd be fun to go make a video to go looking for them, because we'd have to travel south. There are people that do that. I love the idea of discovering or rediscovering animals that have been declared extinct. There are people that do that for a living. There's a guy, it's part of the Animal Planet channel, Forrest Galante, I think his name is. He does that kind of stuff. He has found some animals that have been declared extinct. It turns out they're not extinct. Alright, so we're going to follow the Horseshoe Trail. Like I said, I believe this is also the Turtle Trail too. But no ivory-billed woodpeckers here in Pennsylvania. Extinct or not. And we got the Turtle Loop Trail. We'll stay on the Horseshoe. These signs are new. I don't remember seeing these signs here. Man, last time I hiked here, wow. That was some time ago, actually. I mean, this trail right here. I've done the Turtle Trail before. That might be going back to like 2017, actually. So it's been a while. Yeah, just another quiet, calm winter day out here in the woods of Pennsylvania. Just saw that woodpecker making some noise earlier. But that's the way it is. You know, this is midday. It's almost 12 o'clock here in the woods of Pennsylvania. In the winter, it tends to be pretty quiet. Doesn't mean there isn't any wildlife out here. I've said in the past, a lot of times wildlife is active in the mornings and late afternoon more so than around noon. Oh, there's that woodpecker again. Are you gonna make do it again? Oh, now you're quiet. Okay. I see it flying off. Oh, it's coming this way actually. Oh, it landed right up there. We might actually get a view of it up there. And just as soon as I said that, it flies off, of course. You can probably see me down here. All right. So hoping to be able to zoom in on it, show it to you. They have a beautiful red crest on their head. I think there's a pair of them out here. Alright, so obviously it's break time. Having a little bit of beef jerky and some Propel. You might hear a little bit of shooting out there. That's that one shooting range we've been hearing in the last few sections of the Horseshoe Trail. Although it's not too bad today. It sounds like it's just one person out there. It's a Monday morning. Well, it's Monday afternoon now. So it's the only thing that's kind of disturbing the peace a bit out here, to be honest. It's not someone hunting, just like I said, the shooting range. But anyway. Alright, we're gonna just take a little break here, enjoy the peace and quiet, and then we'll get going again. Alright, break time is over, so we'll say goodbye to a nice little log we were sitting on. And we'll continue on. Time to get warmed up again. Like I said, it's not a terribly cold day, but as soon as you know, as you're hiking, you warm up, and then when you sit down and take a break, you kind of cool down a bit again. I am looking forward to the woods, the forest coming alive with color and sound as the leaves green out and flowers start blooming. You know, the spring birds coming back, filling the woods with their songs. It's not too far away yet. You know, I think of this time of year as the great longing, I guess you could call it. The great longing for spring and to come once again. So we are now on the back side of the loop, I guess you could call it. Headed back towards Scotts Run Lake. Remember, looking at the map, there kind of makes a loop. We're on the other side of, this is called, I think they call this Williams Hill up here. So we're on the north side of it now. Like I said, heading back towards where we parked. Still on that turtle trail too. I think we'll soon be saying goodbye to that. Well, here's another one of these American holly trees. I think I pointed them out in another video recently when we were at the, what was that? We're down Chester County, the Sadsbury Woods Nature Preserve, which we have to go back to sometime again. That's the place that had all those ruins, like all the stone fences and things going on. Gotta do some research on that first though. Sometimes there's too many things I'm trying to research. So some things get a little bit pushed aside sometimes. So someone left their calling card here on this rock. A piece of poop. Definitely a predator. You can see the hair in it. If you want to look at it. Probably a fox. they tend to do that. You know, they probably use this trail too, but he's marking his territory. He's telling anybody else, any other foxes that come through, that this is my place. This is my territory. So this is a nice, you know, completely wooded, you know, no road walk section of the Horseshoe Trail. You know, sometimes near the beginning where we started, we did a number of road walks, and some people complain about those. You know, a road walk isn't the greatest thing in the world. But one thing I like about the Horseshoe Trail is that it tends to, today's a bit different. We're kind of all in the woods. The trails feels relatively the same throughout, but other sections of the Horseshoe Trail, you know, the terrain varies quite a bit. You're in the woods, you pop out, you're walking along a fence row next to a field, pop back into the woods, maybe a little bit of a road walk, come out to some different type of terrain. It's like constantly changing in some sections. I feel like it makes it a little bit more interesting sometimes. I'm not complaining about a beautiful, you know, 5-mile walk in the woods though. I'm just saying sometimes it's nice to have that variety too. And that's one thing the Horseshoe Trail provides, is variety. I know I every year I end up watching people, you know, they post videos, they through hike the whole Appalachian Trail. But some people do complain that after a while it feels like you're just walking through a green tunnel endlessly, especially in the summertime. There's not always a lot of variety in some sections of the trail. They're not really complaining, it's just sometimes some sections get kind of monotonous. But, like I said, I'm not complaining. I'd much rather be hiking here than on a road somewhere, like in some previous sections. It looks like we are joining up with another trail here, a red blaze trail. Of course, the yellow blaze trail is Horseshoe, that white blaze is the Turtle Trail. Okay, the red blaze trail is the Ridge Trail. There's a sign for it here. You can see it there. Going that way. I don't know that I've ever been on that trail. But we're going to stay on the Horseshoe Trail. We're still on this turtle loop too. Probably for not that much longer though. A little bit quieter on this side of the mountain too. That shooting range is on the kind of on the other side, so the sound kind of gets deflected as it hits the hill above us. You don't really hear that so much anymore. Just a few faint echoes of it. And I think I found a nice little second break stop to have second lunch or second snack. Maybe this one right here we'll sit on. This is our first significant uphill section of this hike. I think we're climbing up that, what they call Williams Hill again. Should probably check the map, see where we're at. So we're still following that turtle trail too. So here's a look at the French Creek State Park map. Because we started right here, the Horseshoe Trail. Came this way, this is the Turtle Trail. Right there's that Ridge Trail, the red blaze trail we passed earlier. We went downhill, and I think we're right here. You can tell by the line, the topographic lines, that's where it's going uphill. That was that little steep uphill climb we did, not much. So we should be crossing a road right up here. And then heading downhill, back to the lake. So not, looks like just this little bit left to go. Yep, and right up here is that road then. This road leads up to the fire tower. That's on the top of the hill. Williams Hill. That's where it heads. I think I've been up there once. Not sure, I'm trying to think. Maybe not. Yeah. You know, this trail is feeling familiar, like I was here years ago. So Turtle Trail, still on the Turtle Trail. That's got to veer off at some point. All right, farewell to the Turtle Trail, those white blazes. Turtle Trail continues on that way. The Boone and Turtle Trail, so the Blue Blaze Trail comes this way too. So we were on the Horseshoe and the Turtle Trail, but now we're gonna be on the Boone and the Horseshoe Trail. We were on the Boone Trail earlier today too. So this will take us back to Scotts Run Lake then, in just a bit, I think. And we'll come full circle then. And that's what's nice about this Horseshoe Trail hike. A lot of the ones we do, I hike out and I have to hike back again. But this one's a nice loop. So I do my 5 miles and we're done. I don't have to go 5 miles back to where I parked. Just do a nice little loop. Alright, so the Boone Trail heads off that way. I did that several years ago. I hiked the whole Boone Trail. I guess I already said that, but so we're going to stay on the Horseshoe Trail. So at this point, it's only the Horseshoe Trail once again. It's not being shared with any other trail. Just got the yellow blazes. We are dropping in elevation now too, so Scotts Run Lake should be coming up in view pretty soon. Well, check this out. What's over here? It's like a little, I feel like I've seen this before. It's like a little spring house down here. Let's quick check that out. It's the first thing of other than nature that we've seen today. I feel like I've been on, like, again, I'm trying to poke through my memory, but this looks vaguely familiar. This little spring house. Zoom in like a little door on the side here. There you go. Of course, someone has to throw some trash in there, but a little tiny spring house. There's a pipe coming out the end. So there had to have been where there's a spring house, there's usually, you know, there was a house nearby. But where that house would be, I'm not really sure. It's all grown up. And that could be from, like, who knows, the 1700s even. Maybe someday we'll have to look. Probably, alright, maybe we're there somewhere, or anyway. Might have to keep that in mind, because there's a lot of things I'm trying to keep in mind. Have to write that down. Come back here sometime and look for any other signs of foundations or houses back this way. It's always fun to do. And you can kind of get a glimpse of the lake down through the trees there. So we're almost finishing this loop. Yeah, I can see the parking lot over there. I can see Naomi. She's got quite a few more friends have showed up to join her. In fact, another red truck is pulling in. Hopefully she's behaving herself over there. All her new friends. But we'll be over there shortly to check up on her. Yeah, originally when I first got here, I thought the Horseshoe Trail would just take you right across here, but it does take you down below the dam. So we'll course, we'll go down that way. Let's get a view of the lake first, though. From this angle. Yeah, back down there. When we started this hike, we went down that way. Yeah, here's the lake. Beautiful view. We need to go kayaking here this spring or summer, actually. Be a beautiful spot. But we'll head down this way, down below the dam breast, and hook up with where we started this adventure. And here we go. Of course, right up there is the parking lot. So we had come down here initially along the edge, and I kept going down that way on like an unofficial trail. But I do see the Horseshoe Trail continues that way. But I do see a green blaze up there. I think that's the official trail that goes down that way that we missed at the beginning. Give it on our next Horseshoe Trail hike. That is the way we will go. We'll park once again up here at Scotts Run Lake. Head up that way. And I think all of that hike too will still be within French Creek State Park, just like this one is. I think there's a parking spot up what's called Geigertown Road. A section we can hike, like heads up that way. All right, but as always, thanks for coming along with me on this little hike. It does make a nice loop hike here in the park. It's about a 5.5 mile hike if you want a longer hike to do here. As always, folks, thanks for coming along, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.